Megazord, now! Showtime! Hey, what is going on, Rangers? Welcome to the channel. Today we are taking a look at the retro Zeo Megazord. I was very fortunate to come across this Megazord on eBay. I found all 5 Zords together being sold relatively inexpensive, and then I had to piece it together by buying 5 helmets, and then I had to buy the sword separately, but everything came in the mail. And now, after some waiting, we have the completed Zeo Megazord to show you guys. So here we have the 5 main Zords from the Zeo series. We have the red, blue, green, yellow, and pink. We have the red Phoenix, Eagle, forget which one exactly it is, but Tommy's, Rocky's, Adams, Tanya's, and Cat's. So let's start off, of course, with red. I forget if it's supposed to be an eagle, or a falcon, or a phoenix. The wingspan is movable. The legs are movable, as well as the feet swivel. The head can move, but it is part of the transformation. Actually, you know what? The head cannot move unless you lift this flap, so I would say there's no head movement. There's no beak movement as well. It's just hollow in there. And then we have the Zeo 5 battle helmet on the birds behind. This flap does not lift up until you transform it. So that is Zeo Zord 5. It also doesn't do a great job of standing. Zeo Zord 3. We have the Sphinx. We have articulation in the back legs. Can go fully up like that until it's blocked by the shoulder pad. And you can get it to go down like that. We have the back claws will swivel down and up due to transformation, as well as a 360 ankle swivel because of the fists. The front, you can just get it to go back. These front paws do not rotate. Head does a little bobble, but that's due to transformation. There's no other head articulation. There is jaw movement. And his tail will flip up and down due to transformation. Zeo Zord 4, the bison. The only articulation on this fella is the tail, which can swivel up and down because of transformation. Other than that, he is stagnant bison brick. Zeo Zord 4 and 5 we can do together because they're similar enough. The cannons will swivel up and down. And then, of course, we all know that on the back there are these yellow switches where, once activated, their battle mechanics will pop out. Zeo Zord Yellows is a little more intense because you have to flip up these cannons once it's out. And then, as we know in the show, Zeo Zord 4 and 5 are unable to move on their own, and they are pulled by Zeo Zord 3 and 4 with these chains which will attach. The Japanese variant, as we all know, or maybe some don't, are actually metal chains, but here in America we don't like metal, therefore the metal chains were ixnayed. And I thought that there was a way to wind these up. Maybe not, so we will just put those back in, tuck those in as best as we can. I thought that there was a way to wrap them up. Let me see really quickly, because I could have sworn there was actually a way to wrap those up if you rolled it. Perhaps not. Interesting. Because that swivels inside. There's a little piece inside that swivels, so maybe mine is broken. But I could have sworn you could have been able to wrap those back up. So we will just tuck the strings in there for now. And I won't pull out Zeo Zord 4s. Nice and tucked away. So yeah, that is basically the 5 Zeo Zords. We have red off to the side here. Now we can begin the transformation. Zeo Megazord assembly, now!
Alright guys, so to start this transformation off, I suppose we can start with the legs. Let me just move my camera. Alright guys, if I bump the camera, I'm terribly sorry. My tripod is a little wonky. We'll push 3, 4, and 5
back. Here we have 5 and 2. Sorry, 1. I don't like that they do it reverse order. We have 1 and 2 here. So we will tuck their artillery back in. We have these little pegs down here that will flip out for extra stability. They're already flipped out. And then these will flip back. You should take these off first, actually. I have to be very careful because some of the pegs on here are beginning to show signs of wear. So we'll flip that back. And we'll take this helmet off and we'll flip this back. Alright. So the legs are basically complete. We'll push these off to the side until we need them. The battle helmets, I'll show you where you can store them in a second, but we will keep them off because I will rotate the battle helmets onto the Megazord when we're all set. I think we'll do the the legs next. We have Zeo 4. We'll flip up his tail. These pincers are going to be pinched in as so. And we slide him forward all the way until these are basically aligned. These back legs are going to slide forward and align with the front legs. And you'll hear like a click sound. Alright, and then the way that we are going to put these in is it slides in as so. It's a hooking motion where there's a space in there for the hoofs to slide in and lock like this. It's not a push. It's very difficult to get at first, and sometimes it wants to stick, but with a little persuasion you can get it in. And we'll slide this one in as well. Very unique locking feature, but once they're in, very solid. I can comfortably do this, shake it very vigorously. So now it's starting to stack up. We're going to move this back so you can see. We have Zeo 3. We're going to put the arms, well, his legs are going to go back like this. I do a full rotation of the wrist, just the way that I transform it into its Sphinx mode. These claws are going to be flipped down. His tail is going to be wrapped up. And then if we look at the front, well, the side first, we're going to take off the back of his mane if we can. Maybe we're going to spread these first. Yeah, let's spread his back legs first, and we'll bring these arms down. We'll just rotate the arms down. There we go. These front legs are just going to flip backwards, and they're going to look like this. At this point, we can remove the battle helmet from the back. It's held on there by 2 pegs. And this part of the mane is you're gonna flip the head up and then flip the whole thing down, and it will lock into place. You just heard that click. The tail gets hidden behind the shoulder pad, just chilling there. And at this point, we can connect to the bison. There we go, solid connection. We're gonna have to move this back in a second, but he can chill back there. We'll arch the camera up a little bit. And then Zeo 5. Yeah, Zeo 5. The legs will go forward as such. The battle helmet will come off as such. Just pull it right off of there. The wings will tuck back as such. And then this panel on the top will flip up. And we will rotate this whole mechanism forward. I apologize. The head has to come down before... No? This Megazord is very confusing. Flip down. There we go. Okay, legs up, then head down. And then we can, this will stay down, or you can flip it up. It doesn't really matter. I like to keep it flipped down because of where I keep the battle helmet. But we can flip it up for now because it just looks cleaner. Alright, and then to connect this, we have these 2 yellow pegs back here. And we have these 2 red pegs here next to his legs. And in the show, it flies in and kind of seats itself. We'll put the camera up. It kind of seats itself like this. But this, we just push onto the back here. And have to be very delicate because this is showing signs of wear. And then, of course, we will top it off first with the red battle helmet. And then we will give it its sword.
Zeo Megazord Zeo! Power up!
we rotate the arm up, and then we can give it its sword, which unfortunately the plastic is bending a little bit, but what are you going to do? It is a very old figure. So there we have the deluxe Zeo Megazord in all of its glory. We'll kind of spin it around so you guys can see. There's the back. I like that it's very sleek and clean on the back. There's not a lot of excess junk. So to show you the battle helmets, and then I'll show you where to store them, we'll take his sword out. We can get it. It's a very tight fit in the fist, which is good. Rotate that, make sure we don't break anything. Put the sword off to the side. Alright guys, so here we have Zeo Battle Helmet Red. Because it's right here, we can take this off of the waist. Zeo Battle Helmet 4. And it'll just plug right in as such. Not sure if I can get a good shot of it. Very nice. We'll take that battle helmet off, put it back onto the waist where it belongs. Snaps in. We'll do Zeo Battle Helmet 3, which is the Sphinx. We will take this piece and flip it up like this. I was very fortunate to find one of these that had a good sticker on it on eBay. There's Zeo Battle Helmet 3. Take that one off. This one, I like to store on... Oop, now we're dropping things. This one I like to store by flipping this down and putting this on the back just like so. It stores very nicely back here, if I can get the pegs to align. Just like that. It doesn't add a whole lot of depth, but I like to store it back there. The next helmet we'll do is Zeo Battle Helmet 2, and that just fits right on there like so. And you're still able to move these cannons individually. And finally, the last battle helmet that we will do, if I can get this one off, is Zeo Battle Helmet 1. And again, this cannon still offers full movement. Not a lot, but you can get it to do 2 poses, up or down. So where to store the remaining battle helmets? Oh. I store pinks right on the back here, facing down. Just get the pegs to align. One day we'll get the pegs to align. Nice solid connection there, I like it. And then yellows, I put the antennas up like, sorry, the cannons up like this, and right back there with another solid connection, and we'll put reds back on. So there you have it. That is my review of the deluxe Zeo Megazord. Individual Zords, I would give a 3 out of 5. For transformation, I would give a 5 out of 5. I think it's a very enjoyable transformation. And for overall Megazord, I would give it a 4 out of 5. So guys, thank you for coming to my review of the deluxe Zeo Megazord. There's a lot more Power Ranger reviews coming your way of vintage figures, morphers, etc. I will see you guys in the next video.